Okay, this is Future editing me super early in the morning, but I wanted to show, hopefully you can tell, today is Wednesday morning, February 8th. I will edit this into the video that is going up today. Let me get off camera. Okay, so, oops. I didn't have to use the random comment picker because there were only 2 entries. And one is Cynthia M. And then we have Kawana Williams. Style So Many Patterns is a black pattern designer, but that pattern company no longer exists. However, you could have been using them for an entry, but they would have counted for that. So you do count for this. So there's only 2. So what I have done was put their names in a bowl. Oh, let me grab the bowl. Okay, it will help if I grab the bowl. So I'm just going to shake it up. And it's only 2. Okay. I'm being dramatic. It's too early in the morning. Okay. Cynthia M. Michelle Souls. Congratulations, Cynthia. Please reach out to me immediately. I will give you at least 48 hours to, at the very least, to reach out. Email, I'll put it on the screen, hello@SewNaturalDane.com. And yes, congratulations. I look forward to meeting you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So it is time to start revealing my makes for the month. So it is BHM Pattern Designers Challenge for those who are new, just clicking on for the first time. Every year, the month of February is all about sewing patterns from black pattern designers. I have gone through several videos, spent the entire month of January telling you who the black pattern designers are, where you can purchase their patterns. If you're interested in black owned fabric companies, all of that is on my website, and you can go back and watch the videos. I'll leave a link to the playlist. Actually, I'll leave a link to the very first video I did, which tells you all about the black pattern designers. And then I'll leave a link at the end of this video. You'll see a pop-up of the playlist for BHM Pattern Designers. So I shared in a previous video what I plan to make. I don't think I shared my birthday look, but the video after this will be my entire birthday look, which will include the accessory that I'll be talking about today. So, oh, it turned out exactly how I wanted it to turn out. And so what I did for those, just a quick snapshot in remembrance, the rules of the challenge is you must sew a black pattern designer pattern. It doesn't count you sewing using fabric from a black owned company. That's not the goal. The goal is to sew something from a black pattern designer. You can only sew your item between February 1st and February 28th. Yes, it is on an honor system. So yeah, and then and you must make sure you tag me. That's the last part. Tag SewNaturalDane and use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers, which I'll put all of that on the screen, and then you can submit your entry. So yeah, make sure you follow the hashtag on Instagram, and you'll see what people are working on and in their stories and all of that. As long as they use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers, it should pop up automatically in the BHM Pattern Designers tag stories. I think that's how that works. So anyway, so I want to jump in to today. Remember, like I said, the next video will be my full birthday outfit that I made, which I'm very happy with, and I'll talk about all of that obviously at that time. By the time you're seeing this, is probably my birthday, I think, have passed, I think, depending on recording time. But I want to share with you my first make. So for those who saw my plans video, you know that I planned to make things in the order that I would like to wear them, style them, different things of that nature. So I purposely put this handbag at the top of the month, because out of everything I'm making for the month of February this year, this was the most labor intensive, and you guys, I had to put back on my handbag making brain and just had to get the wheels back turning, like oh yeah, and oh my goodness. And so and I did modify a couple of the pieces. Well, I won't say modify, I had to use different color hardware for a couple of the pieces because I didn't have the you all know I have a whole thing of hardware products. But anyway, tools, notions, everything came back. Table presses, everything. I had to remember, like, oh yeah. So anyway, let's jump into it. What is it that I'm talking about today? Well, as you can tell by the title, it is the Mimiti Market Tote Redo, and this is by Sew Your Bag. And shout out to Catherine. She is one of the sponsors as well as a vendor for the BHM Pattern Designers live event. So you guys that are in Texas or looking to travel, February 25th this month, you have until February 18th to register and to pay for your class. So February 18th is the last day. So if you're thinking about coming, make sure that you click on the link down below and make sure you grab your ticket and sign up for your class. If you've already registered, sign up for your class, people. I have to get the count over, the head count and everything, to the instructors and to the venue. But so this is the Market Tote Redo, and it is, let me tell you the dimensions. It is, let me hold it up. It is 15.5 inches wide at the top and 12 inches at the bottom, and it has a 12-inch by high 5-inch deep. So love, and I'll share with you a couple of the cute things that I did. Now, first off, if you're thinking about getting this, it's a good handbag to get, a good one for even if you are a beginner. And the reason I'm gonna say this is the pattern is marked as intermediate. I would say that is true if you're just going to read the instructions. As a beginner and you just want to just kind of sink your teeth in something, I say this is for you. This is why. One, it is domestic machine friendly. I sewed this up on my Genome HD 3000. No problems. Second thing, Sew Your Bag offers an entire kit. So you're like, where do I get the handles? I'll pop up a picture. Where do I get the handles? You know, I need fabric, you know, different things like that. Her kit, I purchased a kit. I'll pop it up here, of purple hardware, my favorite color, of course, and the handles. All of that came in the kit. So you will get everything you need. Are there a couple things extra you might need? Yes, a punch, because you do have the rivets. So if you don't have a table press with the hole punch, you can get a punch, the kind that, the gripper, I don't have mine in front of me, that you can punch holes. Is that it? No, that's not it. That you can punch holes, and then you'll see them if you're in Joann Fabrics. I don't know if they sell it at Michael's, but some other online stores where you can hammer down your rivet, set your rivets. I think it's called a rivet setter, where you don't have to have the press like I do. You all know I have 2 table presses. So for me, that's what I use. I use one to punch my hole and I use the other one to set the rivet. But you don't need all of that. And so she goes over all of the tools. Catherine is a fantastic instructor. The thing with, I will say, note to self, if you do decide to do this, it is on her channel for, and I'll link that down below. For you to follow along. It's the sew along. But here's the thing, for this bag, I don't know if this is like this for all of her sew alongs on her channel, but for this particular bag, it was live. So what you're seeing, even you see the time it takes, I can't think off the top of my head the time that each video was. It doesn't necessarily take that entire time. You have to take in consideration, since she's live, there's people that's popping in. She might answer a question somebody might have. So you can kind of skip around in the video to different parts. That's what I did. And there was certain parts on here I didn't follow the video for because I knew how to do, like the pocket, I think it was a slip pocket or something like that. I just, you know, went ahead and did that and then just fast forwarded to the next part. So just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind the fabric that you use. So as a beginner, I would say, actually the faux leather, I'm going to get into that, but the faux leather that I used, I think will be easier to sew with than vinyl. Because it's more pliable. In this particular faux leather from Emmeline bags, when I tell you buttery soft, buttery, it's buttery. Use your walking foot. I had to use my walking foot on one part where the I think it was the zipper placket, because both sides, one side was touching the presser foot, the other side was touching the bottom of the sewing machine table, and so I use my walking foot then so it can move through for sewing. So those are a couple things. Beginner, it's a good, you want to bite into something and just take your time. Just take it bit by bit. You don't have to do it all at once. I did mine, as a matter of fact, over a couple days. I spent a day cutting everything out, and it didn't take me a whole day. I think it took me maybe a couple hours to cut everything out, because there are a couple pieces you will have to measure yourself and cut out. I did not do, you will notice on mine, I did not do the strap. I tend to not like shoulder straps on any handbags. I just like handles, or I just like the over the shoulder strap, over the shoulder handle, not the body strap is what I probably should say. So yeah, the fabric that I used is, like I said, the purple is from Emmeline bags. And I will say, in the sew along, and it might have said on the website, but I missed out and catch this until I was doing it so long. But Catherine did say these handles, you can paint them. And so I don't think I would have tried that anyway, just because I've never painted something like this before. So, you know, I want to play with it, see how it dries down, how it, you know, that type thing. But I'm totally fine with the handles that's on it. The base of my handbag is out of my fabric, which is on my website. I'll leave a link to the fabric page, and then you'll see all of the different fabric designs. But this was one of mine. This is the pink. It's called Pink and Purple Triangles. And obviously with the purple faux leather from Emmeline bags. And so, yeah, that is my fabric. It took me, like I said, a couple days if I had to put time on it, because I was stopping and starting, you know, lunch and all that. I mean, with all of that built in, it took me maybe 9 hours, honestly, but that's because I'm calculating in lunch. A few times I stopped for lunch to eat, you know, I paused for a day, you know, that type thing was different back and forth. And so, yeah. So one of the things was, I had thought, it does call to use Decaville Heavy, which I have, and I also have Decaville Light. Well, the thing is, when it came time for me to apply it to this piece, the Decaville Heavy, I could not find it. I knew I had a roll somewhere, and I thought I had put up all my interfacing in this one cabinet. and it wasn't there. And so then I applied, so I used Decaville Light, you guys. This is why you save the scraps of your like Decaville Light, Decaville Heavy, all of that. And So Your Bag does sell interfacing, different types of interfacing on her website. But you guys, I'm gonna pop up a little quick video. When I tell you I was using scraps, I was using scraps to put to make sure that I had that this area here was stable enough so it could be nice and stable. And then of course I realized later where my Decaville was. It was sitting right in front of my cutting table. You know how that is. But anyway, so I did have the Decaville Heavy. And the thing is, when you apply it, and you'll notice for most handbag patterns, most wallet patterns, you never put interfacing all the way to the ends of a pattern piece like you do in garment making. In bag making, you don't do that because it just adds bulk, and when you need to turn things out, birth the bag, stuff like that, it just will make everything just way more work. And you don't want all of that bulk in your seams anyway, especially when you need to top stitch, which I did here. And then what else? One of the other things I did add was purse feet. This is not in the pattern to add purse feet, but I did add purse feet. If you can tell, I'm going to come up closer in just a moment, but all of my hardware is purple and rainbow. I only had, quite strange, it's probably based on the pack that I received, but I only had 2 rainbow purse feet, but I had a lot of the silver, the nickel purse feet, as you can tell. So I just put the nickel purse feet on there, which is fine. Obviously nobody's going to see it anyway, but it is there. I do have that on the bottom. And the thing is, when you do add purse feet, I'll pop up a video here, and Catherine mentioned this in her sew along as well. You want to make sure you stabilize your purse feet once you put them in by adding duct tape after you put the purse feet through the prongs and through the bottom and you open them up. You want to secure that down with some duct tape so it doesn't shift or anything or move, you know, over time. So that is something she did mention, and that is something that I typically do when I'm adding purse feet, or if I'm adding, say I added a snap on the front, I will do the same thing with a snap. After I've pushed it through the prongs and, you know, laid it down, I would then put duct tape over it just to keep it stabilized. So yeah, that was something else I wanted to mention. The pattern calls for a size 5 zipper and a size 3. 3 is your normal zipper that you will put in a garment, that size. The 5 is a wider tape, and the teeth of the zipper is a little wider. I use 5 for size 5 on both areas in my bag that needed the zipper. So, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. I do want to say birthing the bag was super duper easy. Now it does call for foam. Typically I use Annie Soft and Stable foam. I have a pack, but I need to use it for something else, so I had a whole roll of foam from Joann Fabrics that I just used that. But Annie Soft and Stable, get your hands on that. It is really good. And Annie Soft and Stable comes in a white and in a black. I have some black, but like I said, I need to use it for something else, so that's why I didn't use it for this. So I just used the foam from Joann's. And so yeah, those were the notes that I had. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? And then I'm gonna get into nope, that's it. So I have plenty of my fabric left over. Let me share with you what I use. So I went totally wild with all my colors, and I absolutely love it. My interior is this. I don't know why I got an extra piece of this, but I do. I think I cut out something twice, but anyway, so as you can tell, this is the interior. So this is my interior. This is the lining. This is a canvas. let me hold this down. So when you use a canvas, you don't have to use interfacing. And because the canvas has a nice stability to it, it's very nice, water repellent, all of that. You can easily clean and wipe things off too. But in the back is like this plastic look, but then the front, you know, is, if you can hear it, is very nice. So you don't have to use interfacing on, and you would just use, say this was cotton, you would use normal interfacing that you would, the SF, I can't think of the number, but you all know, for woven garments, the woven interfacing is what you would use on cotton if this was made out of cotton. But you don't have to use interfacing, so that's less that you have to cut out, right? And then one of the other things that I wanted to show you is my fabric that I use, besides the Emmeline bags, which I had scraps of, and it was enough scraps for me to cut out my panel piece. I used my fabric, and I had ordered quite, I think I ordered a full yard, and I think this is 60 inches wide. This is a linen cypress cotton. And so I have, let me hold this up for you. I'm sorry, it's called Cypress Cotton Canvas. That's what it is. And so I have quite a bit of this left. So again, this is how it looks. I got a full yard because it's something else I'm thinking I might want to do. So I just wanted to have it since I was ordering it anyway for that future project. So I have plenty left over. You don't use much. It's like a half a yard because you just have the front and you have the back. And so yeah. And I want to mention too, when I set my purse feet, I actually own So Sweetness. It's called the Purse Feet Alignment Ruler. I did use this to kind of make sure I measured properly from the corner where I wanted to set my feet, my purse feet on the bottom. So I do have that. I also have her other 2 rulers as well. So this is my bag, and let me hold it up. You'll see, you can kind of see my label on the front there, and you will notice I did not, it does call, you can edge coat your, because I did use vinyl, and you can probably tell when I held it up, you can see the edge of my vinyl. Some people edge coat the sides. I did not. I actually have a purple permanent marker, but I didn't want to use that either. I'm fine with how it looks, so I'm not concerned about that. And as you can tell, the hardware is purple. So on the inside of the bag, that is the zipper. So you do have a zipper when you open it up. And so and I do have a zipper end on the end of my zipper, as you can tell. And then when you open it up, let's open her. Isn't it just wild? I love it. She is colorful. Apparently I can't open up from upside down. But anyway, and then let me show you my zipper pull. I have a bunch of these left. This is rainbow, and it's a little handbag zipper pull. Isn't that cute? And so here's the inside of the bag. And so you will see you do have an interior pocket on this side. And I just use the exterior fabric. And then you do, can you tell? Yeah, you can. You know what? I am going to turn this inside out. How about that? I am going to turn it, and it's easy to turn inside out. The body of the bag is all foam, so it just easy, stands up great, all of that. So I'm just going to turn this inside out for you because I think that makes a whole lot more sense instead of trying to open it up on camera so you can see the inside. This is much better. Okay, she is so cute. So all right, so this is the best I can do because I do have that zipper on the side, so it's going to be squished on one side. So the one side underneath the zipper flap, you see this, you have the pockets, and there have the rivet, 3 rivets set, and then you stitch down the middle so you have your 2 pockets. And that's part of the set that I got from Sew Your Bag, the kit. And then you stitch. Oh, and then you have this nice little feature where you just put this binding across the top and you use your faux leather or vinyl, or if you decide to do it all in a cotton, obviously. Then on the other side is a interior zipper pocket, and I added one of my labels. By the time you see this video, I don't think I would have taken the pictures because we have been getting a lot of overcast and everything. And so, but anyway, hopefully by the next video, these will all be on my website. But this is my one of my new labels this year. It says looking good, and you just stitched it. It was something she mentioned in the video, and I was like, oh, that is so cute, I'm gonna do that too. So I went ahead and just put that in there. So when you're stitching down the this piece, I'm gonna kind of hold this up so you can see. See, the zipper has this facing piece that you do in the faux leather, and I have the same handbag zipper pull. So when you stitch that down, you stitch in your label there if you want to. So that's underneath the zipper placket. And then of course you have your, sorry about that, the camera cut off, but once you open the pocket, there's that peek, that fun of my exterior fabric on the inside. So yeah, so this side is all squished because obviously I had to turn it inside out, and that's where the zipper is. But yes, she is beautiful. All of my sides line up, all of my seams on both sides line up. She is absolutely beautiful. And so I'm gonna turn this back right side out. But when I tell you it was a fun make, I wanted it to be full of color, just loud, something that, yeah, it's just represents my personality and just fun. It's just fun. It's a fun bag. And so I absolutely love it. It is definitely going with me when we go out. You'll see more pictures of this. I took pictures of it by itself, of course, but then I will take pictures when it's completely styled. Oh, I wanted to share with you my top stitching around the top. I do like how it turned out. Oh, this is the other area I use my walking foot as well, because when you add the foam and everything is in here, it's not in the seam line, but still there is a few layers that you are sewing together, and you need to top stitch all the way around. And as you can tell, all of my seams on the side match up. Yeah, she did good. Yeah, I'm so happy, happy, happy. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend the pattern. Like I said, don't be intimidated. It does say intermediate. But like I said, intermediate, you don't watch the sew along, you just want to just sew it up, you can do that. But if you are a beginner, I say it's something that you can definitely sink your teeth into and just take your time. You can get everything you need from Sew Your Bag to make your own Mimiti market tote. So yeah, that is my review today. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. I will leave a link to Sew Your Bag, the website, and you'll see on there the kit, the interfacing she sell. You can definitely reach out to her. She's very good about responding, great customer service. And I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel as well as her Instagram down below. So definitely check it out. I think you will enjoy making it. Not intimidating at all. Just take your time, you know, pieces, you got to cut out all the pieces and everything like that. And just take your time. Watch the sew along first. As always, anytime you're watching you're gonna do a sew along. So that is it. So again, make sure that you are tagging me over on Instagram if you're entering for the BHM Pattern Designer Sewing Challenge, and don't forget to use the hashtag. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. That will be my full birthday outfit and full review on those patterns. All right, everybody, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. But we will see you in the next video. Bye.